something that everybody can agree with, and that's Dan Campbell. And Dan Campbell has been coaching his ass off for the Detroit Lions for their 6-game fantastic game streak.
Makes me smile.
I wish I could call it a winning streak, but it's a fantastic game streak because they did have a loss sandwiched in there to the Buffalo Bills.
We got 2 in a row.
We got 2 in a row. The Lions got 2 in a row, obviously coming off of great wins back-to-back against 2 pretty good opponents. Right now, Dan Campbell is plus 1,200, tied with Jets head coach Robert Saleh for the second best odds in the NFL to win Coach of the Year. Number 1 on that list is Nick Sirianni at minus 380. Has Dan Campbell done enough to warrant that type of praise, to warrant being second best odds to win Coach of the Year, or is that a speculation saying if they win out, he'll obviously be up there?
Dan Campbell?
Yes.
It's tough to award him head coach of the year. I mean, I definitely think there's conversations to be had, but there's just so many guys that can get this award. We were talking about it a little bit in the back just now before the show, like Rob Saleh's in that conversation.
Yes.
If you were to tell me, go back in the future to around July 29th, that same day, and you would tell me, hey, Rob Saleh's going to have the Jets at 7-6 and second in the division. Tied with the Patriots and the Detroit Lions, and their game in December is going to be like a playoff deciding type of matchup.
Yes,
I would have laughed at you. I would have slapped you in your face. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's so he's deserving of that conversation too. Rob Saleh, Nick Sirianni, clearly deserving of the conversation too. The Philadelphia Eagles are a force to be reckoned with, both defensively and offensively. And I get they have the weapons to hold that title, but still, it takes your coach to get there. As much as Jalen Hurts, I believe, is going to win the MVP, I still think that's another example, too. I still think he's limited as a quarterback, too. It's not a bias against his golf. It's I see whatever flaws, I'm going to speak them. That's what we do for a living, right? Yes. But, I think Sirianni is capable of it. I think Kevin O'Connell, first-year head coach, leading the division. He's most likely probably going to win the division, too. He's obviously worthy of being in that conversation. One eye that you and I talked about, I guess, in this detail. Mm-hmm. Pete Carroll, Geno Smith at the head of the helm. People were thinking it was going to be, who was the other quarterback there? I don't even remember his name anymore. Yeah. Who was the other guy he was competing with? Drew Lock. That's who everyone thought was going to start this year. No, it's Geno Smith, and Geno Smith is balling. He's in the top 10 quarterback list now, too. Pete Carroll's deserving of it. So, sure. If they win out and make the playoffs, he definitely should be there. And I love Dan Campbell. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing Dan Campbell, but there's so many other guys too that are worthy of throwing their name in the conversation too. Even freaking Mike McDaniel, who's Mike McCarthy in Dallas. This team's stacked, but he had quarter of the season with a backup, and they only lost one game within that time span.